If you're planning to travel a long way for your diving holiday, you probably want to make sure that the destination meets your needs and expectations. Our DVD travel guide about diving in Malta and Gozo may be the single most important part of your planning. Compared to tropical waters, diving in the Med does not offer an abundance of marine life. However, there are caves and wrecks and great visibility. If you're lucky, you might catch glimpses of moray eels, scorpionfish, garfish, octopus, schools of sardines, or even barracuda. Besides diving, this region is all about excellent food and wine, many different cultures, and historic sites. The combined effect is an unparalleled Mediterranean diving experience. The Maltese Islands, and Gozo in particular, offer some of the best scuba diving in Europe, thanks to a pleasant climate, warm, clear water, and a wide range of interesting dive sites like caves, reefs, and wartime wrecks. Dive school operators limit instruction to children over 10 years of age. Anyone under 18 must have written parental consent. Many of the dive sites in Malta are accessible from the shore, and qualified divers wishing to lead their own groups can obtain permission through a licensed dive center. Rita Vela, the owner of Dive Shack Dive Center located in Sliema, offers boat dives, shore diving, rental equipment, and a wide range of courses for aspiring divers.
Good morning, I'm Rita Vella from Malta. I am a PADI course director and I am the owner of Dive Shack Scuba School in Sliema. Well, I think that diving in Malta is very good for a variety of reasons. First of all, it could appeal to the complete beginner because we have nice calm water, as you can see, and good visibility, and quite a variety of marine life, although not as abundant as tropical water. And for the experienced diver, we have deeper wrecks ranging from the Second World War, and also some aeroplane wrecks which are very difficult to find, which are quite intact. Besides that, we have good underwater tunnels, caverns, drop-offs, and so it appeals to a large variety of people.
On the internet, you can find more information about the more than 40 dive school operators in Malta. Around the islands, winds can start up from out of nowhere, so be sure to find out the good diving locations for the day. If you choose to go diving on your own, get a well-researched guidebook called A Guide to Shore Diving the Maltese Islands. This 208-page guidebook is available at most of the dive centers in Malta. In it, you'll find a description of every dive site with maps that show the exact entry and exit points. If you don't fancy scuba diving, you can still sample the delights of the underwater world through snorkeling. This is an easy way to explore the rocks and bays around Malta's coastline, and the only qualification is the ability to swim. You can usually rent or buy the necessary equipment from hotels or water sports centers in all the tourist areas. And while you're in the neighborhood, you definitely need to pay a visit to Malta's third island, tiny Camino. Here, the shallow, clear waters of the Blue Lagoon provide first-class swimming and snorkeling. Some dive sites can only be reached by boat. For instance, there's a wreck of a World War II submarine, as well as a World War II bomber with engine and wings intact. However, these wrecks are suitable for experienced divers only. A boat transport is also necessary if you want to reach the beautiful caves on the small island of Camino, situated in between the main island and Gozo. A 30-minute ferry ride northwest from Malta lies the tranquil island of Gozo. Recently, EU funding has been channeled toward promoting diving as a niche tourism market for Gozo. It's easy to understand why when you see the exquisite waters of the Blue Hole, which offer spectacular nature diving at Dwera on the west coast. Dwera is perhaps the archipelago's most spectacular landmark. Here, geology, time, and sea have worked together to produce some of the most remarkable scenery on the islands. The inland sea, a cliff-bound lagoon connected to the open sea by a tunnel, is big enough for small boats to sail through in calm weather. The inland sea has been used as a fisherman's haven for centuries, and today the fishermen supplement their income by taking tourists there on boat trips. A few minutes' walk from the inland sea is a huge natural arch in the sea cliffs known as the Azure Window. In the rocks at the window's foot is another geological wonder called the Blue Hole. A 10-meter wide, 25-meter deep natural vertical chimney in the limestone connecting to the open sea. You'll also find a cave and a drop-off going down to about 50 meters, and it's understandably a very popular dive site. The light that meets the blue ocean really is a magnificent experience, and you shouldn't miss it for the world. Around Malta, you also find scuttled wrecks that have become artificial reefs for all kinds of fish and marine life. Two wrecks popular with divers are the scuttled wrecks of the El Faroud and Rossi. El Faroud is an old tanker, 110 meters long, that was scuttled in 1998 in Vide Zurich. It lies on the southwest side of Malta. Here, she sits in an upright position with a lot of fish gathering to be fed by the visiting divers. Due to her size and the bottom depth of 35 meters, it will take several dives to see the whole vessel.